Ephraim Nanny. If you ever find an album called Ephraim Nanny, I want it. I know it exists because somewhere around about 1968 I had a copy of that album. I'm sure, although it is beginning to take on mythic proportions. The picture on the cover is an archival photo of either the Hatfields or the McCoys. Gray, poor, lanky, long-bearded, grim old men and near boys, mesmerized by sulfur, holding very still, holding their Civil War long rifles and revolvers very still on a gray, never-painted stoop. My album jacket was peppered with holes. A previous owner had shot at the Hatfields or the McCoys with a pellet gun. The vinyl disc must have been luckily out of its slot during the shooting. How this album wound up in a foreign country, in a cottage country, in a rummage sale, in my affinity palsied hands and out of them again is a story I'd like to hear or tell. The only song I remember is the instrumental Red Wing, crude, melodramatic sax. But the general import of the rest of the tunes, as notes explained, was amateur hillbilly bluegrass, enhanced by whoops, grunts, squeals, flubsters, whistles, honks, yips, barks, meows, moos, and any vaguely livestock sound. All made by the musicians as they called around the vocals of the singer. The notes said that when you really got into the hills, you found players who were bored by the empty holes in standard bluegrass music. Empty holes in bluegrass, that lickety-split, fox-on-the-run, banjo-treed picker's challenge. So these Hatfields or McCoys just let out rips of caterwaul whenever they heard a hole in the scramble. The result, as I remember it, mythically perhaps, is akin to rural history on fast forward or rewind. Cacophony from the creaturely world goes into our speaking clearly. We speak from within a stillness that comes of carrying run-to-ground sorrow fervently, as if it were the last live coal of this species. If I carry my sorrow ember far and long enough, it ceases to be my personal sorrow. Then from within its glow can be heard a cast of thousands, enlisted from each station of the pecking orders, music not of sorrow but of spontaneous survival frivolity. If you find that album, remember, I want it. I want to recreate that sound. Call it a syntactical folkways endeavor. Call it applied nonsense. That syllables and phrases backtracking upon themselves may embellish the music of content. Applying language jazz to amateur flat-picking aw-shucks confessionals. Living on Foggy Mountain as we do, we'll use any animal in us to break it down. Wash the bowls and set them out. Wash your hands and set them out. Say of thanks for to receive and wait. By the rhythms of this readiness shall come sweet potatoes and black-eyed peas, steaming as the spirits who serve them go back for more sour cream and unsalted butter. From thin blue light come hope's utensils. Hope is work, do not be ashamed. Wash the bowls and set them out. Wash your hands and set them out. Say of thanks for to receive and wait.